Hey, Jaggs Journeys here for another live chat with you guys. Thanks again for those who keep joining me on these fortnightly live chats here on YouTube. If you're new here to the live stream, so my channel is Theme Parks, Attractions, and Events based in the Gold Coast in Australia. There are also other parks and visits and attractions from around Australia and also around other parts of the world as well. On my channel, I'm also on Instagram at jaggsjourneysau, also on Threads, Facebook, TikTok as well. You'll find Jaggs Journeys on all the social media platforms. But essentially, my main channel is YouTube as far as the weekly videos that I launch on this channel for theme parks, attractions, and events. So welcome if you're new, and welcome back to everyone else who is regularly here and subscribers to the channel. Big thanks to everyone again for supporting Jaggs Journeys. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Don't forget to share the channel and like the videos and comment. Always appreciated. So we've got quite a few people jumping on already. Normally I'm a 7:30 start. I did put 8 o'clock in the Instagram post this morning because I knew I'd be running late today. So jumped on a little bit early, just before 8. So yeah, big thanks to everyone for jumping on. So hello and good evening to everybody who's saying hi first and foremost. I got some regulars there, so good to see you guys all back again. Thank you so much. Possibly a couple of new people there, potentially. Some names I'm not too familiar with on there as well. So welcome to everyone on there, and thanks all for saying hello and hi. We've got Lachlan there. Have you been to Europa Park? I have not, actually. Wow, you went there last month on a Europe trip? Wow, that's unreal. I mean, there's just so many theme parks in the world that I would love to visit. I mean, I would just love to be able to have the funds, I guess, to do it full time and to share the experiences at the parks and experience it all. But obviously, that's not the case at the moment. So one day, maybe, you never know. But I definitely have a list of places I want to visit in terms of overseas parks. But again, and that's more so for holiday reasons and vlogging. But most of my subscribers here are here in Australia, and the chances of visiting an Australian park is more likely, I guess, a higher percentage of people than overseas. I do have a lot of people that are interested in overseas parks and things like that. So I certainly am. But so yeah, we'll see one day. We'll get back on another trip as well. By the way, I will have a Universal Studios video dropping again in the next couple of weeks. There's only a couple more to go, probably 3 more US videos as well. There's just been so much happening in between getting back and all the events and updates and construction and all the rest of it. It's yeah. So, and obviously everything's timely. So you got to keep things. If it's current, you got to film it and release it when it's current. All right. So yeah, I'm all good. Thanks everyone for asking. What you got here? So I hope you're doing well. Yep, doing well. Movie World was doing a live from the parade, were they? From the Christmas parade, was it? Or was it Friday? Oh, Friday. Oh no, was that tonight? I'm not sure. Going on Friday night, what is the best spot for the parade for White Christmas for wheelchair? Because I'm going to use it on that night. The best, to be honest with you, is to go to guest services, okay, before the parade, well and truly before the parade, and they will assist you. All right, so they will definitely be able to probably give you the best place, being in a wheelchair, so you're not so your view isn't blocked as well. So definitely do that. and enjoy it. It'll be awesome. Hey, Bigman Park, you flying up Monday to get married near SeaWorld. Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, I hope it all goes well. I'm sure it will. And the weather will be better by then because we're having a lot of rain at the moment. Looks like the new attractions at both parks are kind of like opening at the same time. Yeah, I mean, we don't know dates yet, obviously, but they're both quite close now. Definitely, we know they're testing. We know they're training. They're still doing a lot of work. I mean, they're both saying, I guess, back end of December anyway. And we're in December now, and it's nearly mid-December, so it would be a matter of, I'm sure, weeks, if that. But you never know; they might end up just soft opening one day, and then having an opening another day. No doubt they'll do it during the week when I'm at work. So. Anyway, if I'm not there opening day, I'm not worried about that or anything because it's going to be there the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. So when I can get there, I'll be doing a video for you guys. So sometimes just timing, other commitments. Full-time job is my number one commitment. So yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get a chance. However, hopefully a lot of my very kind followers and subscribers will be there on opening day and will be able to supply me with some footage to share for opening day. So I'm hoping if I'm unable to attend on the opening day. Have you been to the Big Banana and Coffs Harbour? I haven't. I've got friends that have gone, and who else? I think it was Theme Park Worldwide went there as well, I believe. But look, it's definitely a good little park. And it's definitely worth a visit. There's lots of cool little attractions there. I'd actually like to get there one day. So enjoy that one. Enjoy. Caleb, how are you, mate? Thank you for jumping on tonight. I appreciate that. Always appreciate that. You're going great with the videos. Love the updates and appreciate the efforts. I appreciate you saying that as well. It's nice to know people appreciate it. I went to White Christmas at Movie World on Sunday night. I couldn't get there. Well, actually, you snooze, you lose, right? So I just forgot to book my ticket for opening night because Saturday is my filming day, essentially, and editing Sundays, release Sunday night. But it was already sold out, so I had to go Sunday night. And of course, get home at like 9:30 Sunday night. Have to get up at 5:30 the next day for work. So I've done a little bit of editing. I did a tiny bit more Monday night, and again I had a very a late one on Monday, and same with Tuesday. Just other things to do. I was on another podcast as a guest for someone else for a couple of hours. That was Monday night. So yeah, busy, and very little time for editing. So there will be a White Christmas video. I'm trying to make it a bit snappy and good sort of thing. But so yeah, apologies that has not come out yet for you guys. But it's definitely worth going. Again, if you are an annual pass holder, redeem that free ticket because otherwise it's quite expensive. I think it's like it's about $79. I think it's up there anyway. I mean, if you haven't been before, it's worth it, I suppose. But when you're a pass holder, definitely redeem it and get in there and enjoy it. They always put on a great night, and it was a good night. I really liked this year how all the shows were in Main Street on the stage, whereas years gone by, some are down in the Western area, some are between Western and Main Street, and then some are Main Street, and you're kind of running and dodging between, all those different areas of the park, and you tend to sort of miss out on stuff. But as it was, obviously, any of these events, my aim is to film everything in the video, everything that's available on the night. The problem with that is there's so much to do. If you're trying to do all those things on one night as a guest, you couldn't do it all. There's just too much to do, let alone ride rides, let alone eat. I didn't even eat that night. Oh, no, I lie. I had a sausage roll. Actually, about 3/4 of a sausage roll. So in between walking somewhere else, it was pretty busy night, but really good night. It was great to see a Scooby Doo show as well this year, which is cool with the whole gang. So that's one good thing about this event. You see the whole gang. It's not just Scooby and Shaggy. It's the whole Scooby gang. And that's pretty cool. I definitely like that. So, yeah. And parade was good. It was similar to other years, of course, but it was still really good. Yeah, the buffet. This is the first year that I personally didn't eat the buffet, but I was able to go in and film, and I do feature the food before it's even touched. So they allow me to head in there before the event starts. So that's very kind of them to do that. And yes, the food looked absolutely amazing as always. And talked to a few people who have had the buffet, and they said it was absolutely delicious. And if you compare the price to if you go into a buffet dinner or Christmas buffet dinner, particularly on Christmas Day, you're going to pay hundreds of dollars each. They ramp the price up. I mean, I'd love to go out for Christmas lunch, right, or dinner, and just sit back and not have to cook, not have to clean up. But you pay the price for that on Christmas Day. It's so expensive. So won't be doing that, but a lot of people do, and it's worth it. So, but this is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. If we see you there, we'll definitely say hi, Boogman Park. You definitely stop me if you see me for sure. And Presley is watching now. He's pointing at the screen. He's hey Presley, hey Presley. Thank you for that. What else we got here? Rix, how you going? Kobe, my friend, how are you? Yeah, I just haven't long been home, so I'm just trying to catch up on what's been sent through from the day. And I did see a post on here. What was it? Someone sent me a message actually saying, yeah, someone sent me a message saying that they've changed the movie, the 4D movie at the Roxy Theatre in Main Street with no announcement or anything. It was just changed. So it was Tom and Jerry 4D. Now it's The Wizard of Oz. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that indicates we're another step closer. So the retail store is now open. They've changed the movie in Main Street. And as we can see, the actual entrance area is almost ready. The figurines have gone in actually as well, undercover at the moment, behind a cover. And the theme music is playing. I posted a reel that was sent to me last week, I think it was. They're playing the music in the land now. You can hear it when you stand there next to Superman, which, I don't know, you can hear that more than the Superman music, but I guess they're right next door to each other. So, yeah, I think that we're very, very, very close to the Wizard of Oz opening. I reckon we could see it open next week. I don't know anything, but I'm just saying that I reckon that could be open next week. Like probably early in the week, potentially. And then Rivertown, potentially around the same time for sure, or maybe a week later. It's close. They're all really close. Really exciting. We've been following the progress of all of those ride constructions and land constructions from the beginning, as a lot of other people have been as well. So, there's been no shortage of content on YouTube or Instagram for you guys to keep up to date. Someone might see something different from someone else as well. So that's always a good thing as well. So really excited for both of those. Bodie, how are you, mate? Thank you again for jumping on tonight. You're heading to the parks tomorrow to film some content. Be sure to send you some updates. Thank you, Bodie. I really do appreciate that, especially during the week when I'm unable to get there. It's very kind of you, and I do appreciate it. And it does help us keep all updated with what's happening. And yeah, we'll we know they're doing a lot of testing. We know that they're very close on all projects there. So, and it's funny, like you can really only see the most you can see is actually a dream world from the construction perspective there. That's when you see the most change because you can see right into the land, which is really exciting. Movie world, you can only see the entrance essentially and a little bit of the roller coasters. All exciting. I think what we'll see. So everyone always asks me, what are you more excited for, Dream World, Rivertown, or Wizard of Oz? Now, I love them both, and they're both going to be immersive and highly themed and pretty amazing. I think Wizard of Oz, it's all about the journey from not the Jaggs journey, well, Jaggs journey, of course, but the journey of walking under that archway. So, first of all, I guess seeing the Wizard of Oz sign, the figurines, photo opportunities at the start, then you're about to follow the yellow brick road. And how cool is that alone? Just to know you're walking on the yellow brick road until you get to that arch, the big archway that says the Wizard of Oz, and then the rainbows underneath the archway. You'll hear the theme music. You'll walk into the precinct. You'll turn around, and you're going to see Oz. You're going to see. Is it the cathedral or is it the whatever that is called, the land of Oz, essentially. You're going to see that. You're going to see the Munchkins houses. That's going to be like, wow, this is cool. Then I guess the next step is obviously they're going to have entertainment in that area. They're going to have characters in that area, as you would expect to see, right, in that area. But yeah, then the journey then will continue through the queue line. So no matter which ride you choose to ride, whether it be Flight of the Wicked Witch or Kansas Twister, the journey then becomes the immersive theming becomes that queue line, the story. You're going to be walking through the story or the movie through the different sections of that until you get right up through to the point where you get onto the ride. And I've heard some people say, oh, the ride looks pretty bare, like around the outside, the outskirts of it. But what you got to remember is you've gone through this whole immersive theming and the journey from the start right to the ride entry point, hopping on the ride. The ride's the finale, if you know what I mean. The ride is the finale. And when you're on the ride, you're not looking over there going, I can see a white building over there. I can see a couple of trees, a big metal fence. You're just going to be focused on the ride and not even going to think about those things. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's all about being immersed in the beginning, the journey, and then the ride's a finale. And then you're going to hop off the ride and you're going to go, wow, what a great experience that was, the whole journey there. And then bang, the ride, the finale, that was amazing. So I think that with the entertainment going on, the theme music, it's going to be very immersive and highly themed and very exciting. So I think it's going to be something for families like to really enjoy. That movie's timeless. It's a classic, and yeah, I just think everyone's going to love it completely. Dreamworld, different again. The whole entire land is immersive, like every inch of it, essentially. So, and that's what we've seen from what we can see from construction and the artwork. So the attention to detail, and I posted some more photos and a video over the weekend just gone. It's Disney standard of theming. If you've been to Disney, you know what I mean. Even Universal Studio standards, but where the archway sign is, it looks aged and there's like ropes around it and bamboo, and it looks like, it just looks incredible. And that's just the entry sign. The Murrissippi Motors is actually going to be, I guess, one of a kind vintage car ride in the world. There's other rides like that in the world, vintage cars, right? But this is going to be pretty much one of a kind. And what I mean by that is, you're going to go over little streams and you're going to go through tunnels. Go around and under a plane that's crash landed. Then you're going to go down into a deep, like a mini dark ride, or a dark section, if you like, which is going to have water features and things in it as well. So if you think of the old vintage car ride, we just did like a circuit around the track and back again. I mean, everyone liked it, but this is going to be, again, immersive, fully immersive, highly themed. And they announced last time, I think it might have been on a podcast, Dane's Theme Park Life podcast, with his interview with the CEO. They're no longer doing electric cars. They've decided that they're going to stick to the petrol motor ones because that's the most authentic ride experience. And how good is it? How good is it to think that that's what they're doing for us, essentially, for the guests, to get the best ride experience with even the sound of the cars. And I agree, actually. I was thinking, if electric cars are going to be quiet, are they going to do a soundtrack for the motor? You got to hear the motor. So now we're actually going to have the petrol cars. So they're actually not electric, although I think they're upgraded though, and there might be different operating system. But yeah, that's essentially what they're doing there, which is exciting. And then, of course, you got the roller coaster Jungle Rush, where we already know there's going to be multiple ride pathways. It's not just forwards and just backwards. There's other multiple ways they can make that ride go. And yeah, if you do listen to that podcast on Dane's Theme Park Life with Greg Yong, he speaks about it and not in detail, but he does touch on a few key points there, which are really interesting, actually. So check that out too. And the good thing with this is it's not going to be like, I've been to Dreamworld and I've ridden that ride and bang, got my credit, that's done. Nah, I think you're going to have to go, well, how many credits can I get for that ride? Because there's going to be different rides experiences every time, essentially. They can make the ride run in one cycle for up to about 20 minutes. Not that they would particularly, but they can make it run shorter, but with still a great experience for higher throughput in peak seasons and things like that. So it's just incredible what they can do with that ride. The theming, though, alone is going to be magnificent. And that building is going to be a wow factor. And there's going to be, the soundtrack that's going to be in there, like those deep tones and that kind of thing, like real bassy deep tones of, whatever it is, the rumbling or whatever it is, the whole thing. We are just going to be blown away by Rivertown. Like, they will blow our minds. So I'm probably most excited for that for those reasons. And most people know I love theming and immersive attractions. Wizard of Oz is definitely going to be highly themed and immersive as well. But that's more about the journey and getting to the ride and the ride being the finale. Whereas this is the whole I mean, sorry, don't get me wrong. Wizard of Oz Land is also themed as well. It's definitely. But I just think this is a different kind of immersiveness and theming at Rivertown. And they've planted over 1,000 plants there. Think about it, in about two or 3 years' time, those plants are going to be way taller. The place is going to look more incredible as well. The restaurant apparently is ready to go. The train, I found out, it won't be operational like the full circuit again at the same time of the Rivertown opening. They'll obviously get that open first, and then they'll reconnect the train track afterwards, and probably after peak. So yeah, I mean, it's not definite, but probably end of January, maybe February, we may see that train. It could be sooner. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's gospel, but just from what I hear, I think the train will come last or later. So the full circuit. I know they're flattening out already and doing work there, but there's a whole lot of work to do on that as well. So anyway, that gives you a bit of background about what's going on there. The retail store is going to be highly themed as well. Again, looking forward to it all. Probably won't be there for opening day due to work commitments. But of course, the first day or the Saturday I can get there after opening, we'll do so. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. But so there we go. I'll just I'll try and catch up on some of your comments, guys. I know I've been talking a lot. and there's been comments coming through. And again, if I miss your comment tonight, apologies now. Just post it again. If I miss it, not intentional, just send us a DM if I don't get to you at all. And just want to flag that now. So, all right, let's have a look. John, party buses. Thanks, mate. Keep something not broken and change it up for sure. Ryder, how you going? MC, is it MGB? Australia wanting a multi-dimensional dimensional coaster is amazing. Correct, absolutely. Aviation Harry, how you going? Thanks for jumping on. You have to get in and book your tickets quickly, or you'll miss out because it is very popular, and other theme parks don't do Christmas like Movie World. 100%. Those nights are selling out for Movie World White Christmas. Definitely, I think when I went on Sunday night, I think the following Saturday, the 21st, is already gone, and I think one other night maybe was gone too. So get on quick and do that. It'd be cool if Dream World brought back the Steamboat. Well, they won't be bringing that one back because and basically collapsed. How cool would that be to see another version of that going around though? I agree. It would almost complete that area, and then even to do something with the island. It's not by the way, that island in the middle there. It's not protected or any or heritage or what, it's nothing like that. It's a man-built island. The original was it John Longhurst? That was built. He built that island there, so they can do anything they want with that island. So all I say is watch the space in the future. I think so. Here we go. Damien, my friend, have a good Christmas. You too. Thank you for jumping on tonight. Does Rivertown open this month? Absolutely. It definitely opens this month. We just don't know the date. And we've had, if you're not in the Gold Coast, a couple of weekends ago, massive rain, right? Massive rain, like massive floods. And then last weekend was beautiful. And then since Sunday or Monday this week, a lot of rain again. Lots of rain. It's still basically raining now. So, although it's supposed to start getting clearer again by this weekend. So, the weather does impact a lot on these big projects, depending on the stage that they're at. So, it could hold them up potentially another week. I don't know. Let me tell you, they'll be doing everything in their power possible to try and get it open whenever their timeline is. All right, so we'll have to just wait and see. All right, what do we got? I didn't know that Dreamworld was building a Rivertown resort in Dreamworld. Well, I didn't know that Dreamworld was building a Rivertown resort. Well, you might know something that I don't know. I haven't heard that they're building a Rivertown resort. Was that announced today? Was it, Dougie, or I just haven't heard that? But mind you, if I haven't, I just got home not long ago, and I haven't seen anything on that. But if that's the case, I'll look it up. Sounds exciting. Have you heard of YouTuber iShow Speed went to Movie World? Yes, I think the world has seen. He went to Movie World, Gold Coast, shut down the Gold Coast, basically Surfers Paradise, and then of course everyone's getting on the bandwagon of that as well. But yes, he visited Movie World. They let him film on everything. He's not even a theme park vlogger or YouTuber, right? He does live streaming, whatever he does. But that's another discussion for later. But you got people like myself and others who visit the parks, regularly, supports the parks, puts positive information out there about the parks, promotes the parks for free, constantly, 365 days a year. And the time you get where you go, can I film on that ride? Nah. I got the proper gear. I got the harness. I got the GoPro. I got all this gear. No, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, another discussion for another time. He's got obviously several million subscribers, and I guess if he's at a theme park called Movie World in Gold Coast, there's going to be a high percentage of those people who are just interested in what he does go, oh, might look that up and check what that's all about. And then there's a chance that they may one day visit the park and go there. So I guess that's what they're hoping for. Anyway, curious to ask, after Oz, what would you see Roadshow build at Movie World for a thrill attraction? I'm thinking a Mad Max ride, especially with there being a recent movie for the IP. Yeah, obviously they got Scooby-Doo to get back open again, which will be, I guess, be the first quarter or first half of next year. So they'll usually time it around a school holiday period. So whether that be April, or they may hold off till June, July, because if you think about the April Easter holidays aren't really that busy at all, but June, July school holidays are pretty busy. That might be more the time that they do that. I don't know where it's at though, whether that's going to be ready before then or whatever the case might be. But after that, Doomsday Destroyer. So they're already looking and considering options for what they're going to do in that area with that attraction. So big, massive space there. I've already, said in other vlogs or lives that I would love to see a really, really top quality dark ride. Like, you go to the US and you got dark rides galore over there. Transformers, Harry Potter ones, there's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, there's the Star Wars, there's so many different kinds of dark rides over there, and high quality, and so they're all different, of course, but yes, and they need to use an IP that's going to be a worldwide favorite, I guess, and have it all themed around that. So look, I don't know. I know that this stuff would already be on the drawing boards for sure and being costed, because they got to go to their investors. I need money for this. This is what it's going to return back into the park for gates, ticket sales, and food and retail sales. So once they get that approval, they can move ahead and then make some announcements. So we probably won't hear anything until the end of next year or maybe sooner. I would also like to see the stunt show just get a new, I guess, theme. I guess I think it's overdue for a new storyline there. So yeah, what we got here? I've just booked my redemption for Movie World's White Christmas, and should say that the last night available is tomorrow night. Really? So there's only one night left now. Wow. There you go. So if you haven't redeemed your White Christmas ticket yet, you've only got tomorrow night now to go. That's available. So there you go. There you go. Don't miss out. Brian's saying, hey, Shane, can't wait till your White Christmas video drops. Did you do the buffet? We love when you review the food and the parks. So I personally didn't eat the buffet this year, but I did go in. They invite me in and allow me to feature and film all the food pretty much just as it's been put out, but before anyone touches it. So it's all presented beautifully rather than half-eaten plates and things. So yeah, that is in the video. I was just saying I didn't go to I went to White Christmas Sunday night, got home around 9:30. I did a tiny bit of editing, but I had to get up at 5:30 for work. And then the next Monday night, I was a guest on someone else's podcast, so I was a couple of hours there. No editing time there because I get up at 5:30 in the morning. Next day as well, and then last night got home extremely late and just had other things going on, and then it was midnight and no chance to edit. So and tonight I'm on this. I'll probably try and get some editing done maybe for half an hour or so after this, and then again tomorrow. So apologies that I've just had no time. Normally, because I missed out on the opening night, and normally I film on a Saturday. I didn't book it quick enough, and I missed out on the opening, which is normally my filming day, Saturday, and then I've got all day Sunday to edit for Sunday release. So apologies. It's coming, and I've been posting a few pictures in the meantime for you guys. But yeah, won't be far away. But definitely, all I can say is, hopefully if you've already redeemed your tickets, you'll love it, you'll enjoy it. Probably a hint for the night would be there's a lot to do. So before you go to the event, have a look at the entertainment schedule. There's like 6 shows, I think there is. So like the first show is at 5:30 p.m., which is the Looney Tunes. It's like a Looney Tunes show. That show is also repeated again at 7:25 p.m. So if you missed that one, like if you're having the buffet dinner, and I'd recommend the early session if you are going to the buffet. It is definitely worth it. It's a good value for money. So then, you can catch the 7:25 show if you missed that first one. 6:05. There's by the way, all these shows this year are in Main Street on the stage under the big screens. You don't have to dart around to try and catch them at other times or other areas of the park, which is really good. So there's like a 6:05 show, which is a Christmas Tale. And these are only short shows, so they're quite easy to watch and they don't go for long, but they're really nice. 6:15, there's a Frosty the Snowman. Then 6:25, there's a Tom and Jerry show. 6:50, there's a Swing Into Christmas show with the Looney Tunes as well. I really enjoyed that one. 7:15, Scooby Monsters, a new show, which I really enjoyed with the whole Scooby gang as well. Really enjoyed that. And then, of course, you got, if you didn't see the 5:30 show, you got the 7:25 version of the 5:30 show. And then 8 o'clock's the parade. And then it's all over. So that's jam-packed. And then if you think about you want to see some characters, you want to go and see Santa, because there's a nice, beautiful Santa photo opportunity in the park, a paid one that you can do. Then also, if you want to decorate a Christmas decoration or gingerbread man or snowman, there's those things. Or if you want to do another activity where you find them Frosty's missing buttons, and then in the bucket of slime, and then you find it, you get a prize. There's all sorts of other things you can do, but there's lots to fit in during the night. Don't forget also, all the rides are open. Well, most of all the rides are open in the park. So it's a jam-packed night. So I would suggest plan your night. What you want to do, if you're always at the parks, you're not worried about the rides, don't worry about the rides. But if you've hardly go and you want to do some rides, just go, well, which one or two do we really want to do? Maybe get them done first and then get some shows done. The snows are just small pop-up shows, but then there's some other photo character opportunities around the park as well. Lots to jam into the night. A great night, actually. Loved it, enjoyed it. So yeah, highly recommend it as well. And like someone was saying on here just before, there's only one night left, and it's tomorrow night. If you haven't redeemed, grab them now. There will be sell-out events, so definitely worth doing. So yeah, you'll see my video at some time soon. Yeah. So, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. All right. Now, again, I'm just checking some comments. If I've missed yours, apologies. Post it again on there. That's all good. Pauline's saying she rang yesterday and they only had a few other nights available, so they must have really been selling fast. Good if the Rivertown restaurant opens during the night markets and Jungle Rush. They won't, because remember, the night markets, anyone can go to the night markets. So if you're not an annual pass holder, you only pay $2 to go in and enjoy the food trucks. Plus, if you want to ride the Fly and the Dodgems, you can, right? They won't keep opening more attractions for a $2 entry. That then devalues the annual pass. So they won't do that, especially Rivertown. However, if you didn't already know this, I did post this on Instagram yesterday or the day before. I can't think when it was, maybe the day before. But Dreamworld are having an After Dark event for pass holders only. All right. So this is happening on Saturday, the 18th of January, 2025. All right. Now, what this gives us is obviously the rides at night, which is a whole different ride experience. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be glow light up entertainment. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be your last ever chance to ride the Claw at night. Because as we know, at the end of January, that closes. It's going to be dismantled. And then the King Claw will start construction. And then the King Claw open at the back end of next year. So this time next year, we'll be saying, hopefully King Claw will be opening any day now. So no doubt we'll be following the progress of that. I believe it's going to have some pretty cool theming as well. It's not just going to be the ride and no theming. It's going to be pretty good, pretty special apparently too. So we can't wait for that. But the big thing about this After Dark night on the 18th of January is we're going to be able to experience Rivertown at night for the very first time. Now, I've been told, I can share with you guys, that the lighting package going into Rivertown is next level. So this will 100% be worth, if you're a pass holder, coming along to this event. It'll be worth becoming a pass holder if you're not already a pass holder for Dreamworld. Get along to this event. It's going to be packed out. But to see Rivertown at night for the first time, it is going to be amazing. And again, will probably blow our minds. So this is probably the main reason. And no doubt they will have that restaurant open for everyone to experience as well. So yeah, make sure you get onto their website, book those tickets. $10 it is if you're a pass holder. All right, I think it's $10. So yeah, so it's not free, but it's a paid thing. At $10, it's worth it, right? Pretty cool. So lock it in, put it in your calendars. Who's going? I'm going, probably. So, what happened to Santa at SeaWorld? I don't know, mate. Is he? I went just the last weekend of November, so I saw a Santa, but not the Gold Coast Santa. I saw a full Santa person, Santa suit person, walk through the park, like as if they were walking to the back of house. So I don't know but there was nothing set up in the plaza, so I don't know if they were just doing something for a party for a kid, or I don't know. But at that time, there was no jet skis or Santa throne, and usually there is, right? However, I haven't been back this month, so not sure if you've been back this month or of recent weekends to see, but usually by now there would be something. So has anyone been to SeaWorld in the last, I don't know, week or so? And if you have, did you notice, is there a Santa throne or Santa and a couple of jet skis in the plaza under the big screen for a photo opportunity? Because that's where it's normally set up. And they normally just have it for, a couple of weeks before Christmas. All right. Thoughts on this? Movie World trade their El Loco Green Lantern for the Claw to replace Doomsday. And Green Lantern would be a good replacement for Motor Coaster. Interesting concept. Don't know if they would move the Green Lantern, but you never know. It kind of makes sense. A Claw type ride in that area would be brilliant. That does make a lot of sense. I like that idea. They're tricky, so you never know what their plan is. You never know. Certainly a good plan. don't know if they would. I don't know if they'd take that coaster from Movie World. I don't think Movie World would give that up either, because it's on such a narrow piece of land there, and it's kind of now iconic at the front of the park with the logo and everything. So, but maybe something similar over in that space. But I don't think there's any immediate plans to change or get rid of Motor Coaster at this time. Maybe just have to watch this space, I guess. All right. Family Odyssey 22, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Hope you're doing well. I'm pretty good. Hope you guys are well. Stuff that iShaby kid. Yeah, he's crazy, actually. Like this, I saw this, I think it was in Surfers, and someone said, hey, look, there's a kid, he's your son or your brother or whatever. This little boy looked exactly like him. And I don't know if you guys probably seen it. And he's looking really like angry or evil directly at the kid. And then he barks at the kid. I mean, is he all there? I don't know. What is he? I mean, I don't know. Whatever he's doing, it works. People seem to love him, right? But yeah, anyway. Maybe I should start barking at people. Do you think that might give me more subscribers? Maybe I should do that. I don't know. Anyway, Dreamworld is replacing the claw with King Claw. Correct? Yes, that's right. Movie World took out Arkham Asylum. They're replacing it with Wizard of Oz. That's correct too. Yes, correct. Are they showing Polar Express in the 4D cinema? No, they're not. For White Christmas, gone. Whew. They've replaced Tom and Jerry with Wizard of Oz 4D now. So that's what's currently now on at the Roxy Theatre at Movie World. So that only happened, I think, today. No announcement, just got changed over and people noticed. So there we go. Just FYI, After Dark costs $10 on top of needing the annual pass tickets. Correct. That's correct. They do. It is likely to sell out. Yes, it is. Are the passes out for January 18th? You can book it online now, I believe. Yep. $10 to go. You got to be a pass holder, though, to go. I went to SeaWorld yesterday. Didn't see the Santa photo op you speak of. Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know. Maybe they've decided just not to do it this year. Fair enough, I suppose. maybe people weren't that interested at SeaWorld for Santa. Hey mate, off to White Christmas next week. It's sold out. Do you know how many people they let in? What are the ride lines like? The ride lines, I don't know what they capped the night event at. I'm thinking maybe like, I mean, I don't know the number. I'm just guessing. Maybe something about 5,000. I don't know. Maybe less. But anyway, look, you've got so much going on that night. The ride, I didn't even ride the rides because there's so much to do. I couldn't even squeeze a ride in, but I can go on the ride anytime myself. So I really don't even know how long those queue lines were because I didn't even look. But I do know some people that actually did ride some rides that night, and they didn't wait that long. So maybe 20 minutes or so, half hour maybe. So yeah, it probably depends on the ride. I'd probably go and ride the big ones first if you want to ride the Hypercoaster or Superman or Green Lantern first. Get them done. Walrus Falls wasn't actually open the night I was there, so I don't know if it is open other nights or not, but it wasn't. So there we go. Tricky saying sorry about the Green Lantern Doomsday question. It was just a thought. Hey, you never know though, right? You never know. It might happen. It could happen. Anything's possible. It's a good way of thinking though. It's like that's thinking outside the box. I like that. That's good. Lloyd Manuel, is it? Sorry. Hello. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Cool kid. I'm sure the beast is taller than the King Claw. That's a good point. It might be. I don't know. When you're saying the King Claw is 42 meters and the beast is 45 meters. Well, there we go. There you go. Rick's saying, not to be rude, but when you said that you should bark in your videos, it would make my day. Well, I was just referencing iShowSpeed, that he did that. A kid was talking to him and he was just staring the kid out. Then he barked at the kid, and I was just saying how he has millions and millions of subscribers. So maybe I should start barking when people come up to me. I should just start barking, and I might just get millions of subscribers, like iShowSpeed. You never know. Anyway, probably won't do that. Aiden, I went to book a fast pass for January for when I visit, but they were only purchasable up to the 19th, despite them normally being purchasable well in advance. I reckon it's to add the new coasters. Quite possible. So 19th of December, which would indicate that maybe they're looking at opening it after that date. You never know. Interesting. Michael Horton, how are you, my friend? Hi from Paris. Wow, you're on a round-the-world trip. Wow, that would be incredible. Well, you're very lucky and fortunate, and I hope you have an amazing time and a safe time, of course. You spent the day in Disneyland Paris. Oh, how lucky, how cool would that have been? I'm sure that must have been absolutely amazing. Yes, I would. Look, I mean, like everyone, I have a list of what I'd like to do. And all the Disney parks is on the list because we, as a family, we love Disney, and we've been to Disneyland, Anaheim quite a few times, but we haven't been to any other Disney parks, and we really do want to go to other Disney parks, and would love to do all the Disney parks in the world. But of course, the old cashola doesn't stretch that far. So you never know, though. One day, definitely. It's on the list, though. So if it's not on the list, it won't happen. If it's on the list, then there's a chance you could, if the planets align, something might happen that we can get there one day. But yeah, that would be amazing. Well, I hope you have an awesome time. I mean, I've heard that Paris Disneyland is incredible and amazing. So yeah, I hope you're having a great time, and I hope you get to visit other theme parks. If you're doing a around the world trip, I'm sure you've got other things planned as well. So feel free to send some pics, and if you are okay for me to share them, let me know. If not, that's all perfectly fine as well. It'd be cool just to see some of those theme park pictures as well. Have a great, awesome time. Brandon, such an exciting time for both Dream World and Movie World. Most definitely is. We'll be going to both parks every weekend, given how close we are to the new lands opening. Look, from a Movie World perspective, you literally can't see anything more than what I've already shown you guys. Literally. Other than, I know the figurines have gone in at the very entry now to, near Superman, where that green wall was. It's covered. They are covered, but they're definitely there. So other than that, you can't see them anyway. There's nothing else new that I can really show you guys in a video. So I've got a number of people who follow and subscribe to the channel who visit the parks, who are able to visit the parks very frequently, unlike myself. So they send through photos for me. So I will always upload photos on Instagram. Make sure you follow at jaggsjourneysau on Instagram, because that's where I post when I come home from work. I have a look, bang, I see them there, I post them. And yes, any updates there. But Dream World, yeah, look, literally, definitely I have to head there again this weekend, because there'll be more change from last week again. And we don't know when it's opening, so it could be another weekend. But there will be a weekend. I think the following one, I actually can't visit the parks, but I'll be dropping a theme park video. It'll be an American one. I've just got things planned with family outside of theme park stuff that one weekend. But yeah, so you'll still have theme park video to watch that weekend. But again, you'll be up to date with what's happening through the photos on Instagram as well. If there's any video, some of those people can send me. There might be some reels to share with you guys as well. So But yeah, I'm visiting as often as I can, and at this point in time weekly. But just with the movie world, Wizard of Oz, like I've just been there again with the White Christmas. That video is coming soon, but you really can't see more. And I like to do another whole video to show you guys just the same again. Like for me, I just don't think that what value do you get out of my video? Oh, that's the same as last week's. You know what I mean? Like I just want to do something that you're going to see more and go, oh, that's different again. Wow, look at the progress. That's what I like to put out there. And if it's a small change, is something small, we can see that in a photo or a reel to keep up to date until we get to walk through the or down the yellow brick road under the archway and into the land of Oz and show you guys the whole entire place. So that's sort of what the plan is there. Let's see. Pauline saying, I went to Happy Halloween and the lines for the rides are about the same as during the day. Yeah, that's right. Not too bad at all. Family Odyssey. Excuse me. I just have a quick drink. With the year coming to an end, are you happy with how your channel progressed this year and what are your goals for your channel next year? Look, absolutely. I'm limited to time, with working full time, limited filming schedule, but I never miss an upload. I'm uploading something every single week for you guys. Sometimes two things. It's a lot of filming on a Saturday. I always keep Instagram going with lots of different things on there for you guys. Keep you all engaged with everything else. And I'm very fortunate to have a number of very kind people who support my channel through their visits to the parks and sending me some of their photos as well. So that's pretty cool. Keeps everything up to date. Look, considering I couldn't even tell you how many subscribers I had this time last year. I don't know. I don't know, but I know it's taken me probably another 2.5 to maybe 2.5 years, 3 years to get from 5 to 10,000. But then it's taken only a few months to get to 11,000. So I think the more, I guess the more subscribers you got, the more views you get. YouTube picks up on the algorithms. Obviously, the more videos you put out or can put out, also YouTube picks up on the algorithms and pushes your content out a bit more as well. It's really hard when you're limited to time. I mean, I'd love to be doing this full time. Don't get me wrong. In fact, I have a whole plan of how I would do it and how I would make it completely different. But when you got a mortgage to pay and a family and all the bills and loans and things like that, you can't just drop it. You can't just drop the job and try and hope you're going to make the money, because this doesn't pay anywhere near enough to survive. Not on this many subscribers, because you got to replace your income, but you also got to replace your superannuation, and then enough to pay your tax and everything as well. So there's a bit more to it. Yeah. So look, I would love. I'm passionate about this. This is something I fully enjoy and would just love to be doing on a full-time basis one day. I mean, I actually really enjoy my full-time job and actually love my full-time job as well. But there's a difference between loving your job and then doing something at your passion, and then being able to do your full passion or hobby as a full-time job. One day, you never know, and that would be a dream, of course. But anyway, the more you guys can share my content and encourage people to subscribe, watching the video, subscribe to the channel, follow the Instagram, all those things, like the videos, comment on the videos, all will be appreciated. So yeah, I guess very happy to be sitting at 11,000 subscribers. I would have liked to have probably hit 15 by the end of the year, 1,000, but definitely that's not going to happen. So, in fact, I don't know. It just depends how, that might take another 6 months. I don't know, but I think what I've learned is I guess the majority of people who subscribe to the channel are here in Australia, the highest percentage, and are more interested in Australian theme park content because there's a higher percentage that you're going to attend those parks and visit versus international. So there's definitely people interested in international parks, but not to the same level as the local ones. I mean, I personally want to continue to do overseas content because it's different, and I love traveling. I love going to different places. When I went to LA in April, I vlogged the whole entire time I was there. I went by myself, and that's all I did. And I pumped out quite a few videos, a couple more to go. And I just thought that this would be what it's like to do if you're doing it full time, and I'd love to do that. And so, look, most of those videos are done well, but yeah, so I guess I'd love to do more travel. I'd love to get overseas again next year. Where, I don't know. It depends on, I guess, what's happening in the world. It depends on, if I can save enough money. It depends if what the dollar's doing, and where to go. And I guess places like Japan is very affordable, dollar for dollar, pretty much currently. So somewhere I've never been as well. So I think that would be cool. It's been on our agenda for years, actually, like long time. So as a family, it's been a high on the agenda. So, but again, as have other countries, and I love America like crazy. I love America, and been fortunate enough to go there quite a few times. But also, I've only ever been to LA, so do want to go. I'm just attached to LA for some reason. I don't know, but I do want to go to Florida because obviously there's major theme parks there. Also, Epic Universe. Definitely don't want to go opening month, day, week. Like that would just be crazy. And to enjoy it properly, for me, I want to take my time and enjoy things and not have to rush to this or get standing in the queues for this. And they're probably going to control the reservations or fast passes. Like there'll be rules around that for anything like that they open. So so then I think, well, maybe no point doing Florida next year because I'd want to go to Epic, but I don't really want to go to Epic next year, if you know what I mean. So I'd probably wait maybe for a year or two after that. So maybe it's Asia next year or back to LA. I don't know, somewhere different. Again, I'd just sometimes the Gold Coast, it's a small place really. The parks aren't that big. The content is limited. And when you've got more and more people trying to, or more and more people doing this kind of thing, it becomes flooded. And I don't know how you guys feel, if you guys feel that you're seeing the same stuff on every single channel. I mean, there's only so much we can film, right? There's only so much content. However, everyone is different and presents differently, right? So I guess that's the difference. That's why I always try and do something my way. And I think everyone else should choose their style and do what they feel, because that then gives you, the viewers, a reason to subscribe to me, and then them, and then them, and them. If they're presenting all different styles, if it's all the same style, you'd almost go, who would I choose? If you know what I mean. That's how I see it when I follow other content creators, particularly in America. There's many people that do Disney. We love Disney, so we watch a lot of Disney YouTubers. But if there's a couple of them that are the same kind of style, we kind of go, well, which one do we like best? And then we just go from that. But if they're all different, then we literally subscribe to many because they'll have different styles, different ways of presenting it. And I think that's the difference there. But anyway, hopefully next year, I'd like to see the channel grow significantly. Now, how we do that, I don't know, other than pumping out more videos. But I'm time poor. I try my best. So we'll see how we go. But anyway, all I can say is I do appreciate all you guys supporting the channel, supporting me, the content, sharing the content, supplying content as well. so grateful for that. So, yeah, it's a long-winded answer to your question there, Family Odyssey, but I just want to see continued growth. I'd like to try and get to a few other places to get some different content out to you guys as well. And yeah, just hopefully you guys stay subscribed and you enjoy. I guess I aim to keep you guys engaged. My videos, I try and make them engaging, and so that you're happy to keep watching the videos. I guess if you're starting to get bored or if you're thinking, don't want to subscribe anymore, let me know why. I'm not taking offense or anything. I'd like to just go, well, how can I make it better? How can I grow other than spending more money on travel, which I'd love to do, but just, you got to have the money, right? But, that's the kind of stuff I'd like. It's like, hey, maybe try this style. And look, I take feedback on board. Can't do it all, though, and it's just not possible all the time. But, yeah, that might be also, something. But the thing is, I'm not really losing subscribers. Like occasionally you see one or two drop off, but very rarely have I ever really lost, again, a few here and there. And I get it. It's all cool. But it's consistently climbing, and that's positive. So I'm happy that it's still climbing in the right direction, and hopefully it'll continue to do so as well. So, and just keeping engaged with you guys like this. I think this is a great tool to keep you guys engaged. We can chat and answer your questions and that sort of thing. When you see me in parks, I always make time for you guys. When there's a night event and it's a short event, I really do have to film everything in that night, so I really need to limit my conversations those nights. I'm always happy to stop and say hi, but I've got a schedule to follow. I've got to get it done. Limited time. So, but yeah, I always do that. So, and yeah, just keeping everything going with Instagram, regular videos. And then also I'm on the podcast, Theme Park Cartel as well. So there's another avenue there as well. So, plus, I've been on a couple of other people's podcasts as a guest. So doing a lot and a lot of extra things. And that's what I like. Plus, got the merch. Don't forget, if you're looking for something for Christmas and if you want to get some Jaggs Journeys merch, you'd probably want to get on there now. So Jaggs Journeys, if you go onto the easiest way to find the site is if you go onto my Instagram, and you'll see a link that says Linktree. You go into Linktree, and it shows you all my links. So to Facebook, TikTok, Threads, but it also gives you the link to my apparel website. So that will also take you, that'll take you to that. It's done by an outside or external company. So what happens is when you choose the product that you want, it has to go into production mode. So they're not already printed and sitting in a box waiting for you to buy it. Because they do, this is their business. They do shirts for thousands of customers. So when you go, I want a black t-shirt size large, they go to the black t-shirt size large pile, I guess, grab one out. And then they look it up and they go, they want this design. And they go into their file, they find that design. And then they print it to how I've specified it, the size and everything. And then they, obviously they accept payment, they take payment, they send you an invoice, and then they print it. It's about a 7-day production time, business work, like work day production time. And then they got to send it out. So then it could be another 3-4 days, right? Probably longer over the Christmas. So if you're looking for something for Christmas, I would be getting onto that website tonight or tomorrow to choose something. If you're wanting a Jaggs Journeys t-shirt or hat or what have I got on there? A couple of other things. There's infants, there's kids, there's men's and women's sizes and styles as well. Hoodies, t-shirts. So yeah, check it out. And again, I've been selling a lot and I really appreciate it because that's another way of supporting the channel and I really appreciate it. Plus the buy me a coffees. Again, can't thank you guys enough. And I keep forgetting to put it on the live somewhere on here. But I'm just busy, obviously. And I've also been trying to fix my lighting in here literally for the past like 6 months. And I haven't even I'm trying to make it better lighting in here as well. So we'll get there. We will get there. I think, where did I have that one? I'm just trying to find. Anyway, oh yeah, here it is. Just trying to bring up that QR code again. It's probably not the best, but it's on here somewhere. One I prepared earlier, or should have prepared earlier, I should say. Here it is here. But if you watch my videos anyway, when I give the shout outs for Buy Me Coffees, the QR code always goes on the screen there anyway. So I'm just going to try and turn this. There you go. Okay, that's probably it there. If you want to support the channel through Buy Me a Coffee, that's the QR code there. It is on the videos anyway. It's on the screen, and there's a link on the screen as well. Again, it's called Buy Me a Coffee. Essentially it's a donation to the channel. I do drink a lot of coffee, obviously, but that does also help support the channel through help buying tickets and puts fuel in the car, that kind of thing, to help get to the place I need to go. So, and I'm very grateful and thankful for those people that support that through that way. And a lot of people are regularly supporting as well, which I really appreciate. So big thanks to everyone for supporting Jaggs Journeys through the Buy Me a Coffees as well. All right. Heaps more comments coming through, so I'll try and catch up. All right. If I've missed your comment, like I said before, pop it in again. Okay. I think I found where I was at. Hey, here we go. Rex, I kind of find it weird how Dreamworld used to be quite big until they got rid of the vintage cars and the log ride parks just got smaller. Well, I guess that was a lot of extra land around the side there. Probably will get repurposed again at some point in time in the future. But yeah, you're right. It did seem, well, definitely even with Thunderbolt down the other side of the park, there's all that space there too for other attractions. I just had a message come through from my friend John here. He's on the chat. With the pass holder night at Dreamworld, that Tiger Island and the native wildlife areas will not be open on that night, on that pass holder night on the 18th. So just Rivertown and the rest of the front end of the park, essentially. So thanks for sending that through, John. Fantastic. Always good to get a bit of extra information through, particularly on the live chat there. Pauline's going to send some pics on her next trip out. Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate that too. Jared, g'day from Melbourne. G'day, Jared. Hope you're doing well down there in a good old Victoria. Your videos have been so helpful before our Christmas trip to the Gold Coast. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is there any indication when Wizard of Oz will be open before Christmas? I can guarantee you both those lands, Wizard of Oz and Rivertown, they'll be open by Christmas. So hopefully before Christmas. However, worst case scenario, unless something major impacts the fact that they can't open, but they'd be open by, let's just say 26th, Boxing Day, or 27th, because that is the very start of their peak holiday period, and that's when they'd want a brand new attraction to be open. My guess would be around a week prior to that. You'll be fine. If you're here for over that time, you'll be able to definitely experience the new lands. So I would just say it's going to be really busy. It's the busiest time of the entire year. Be prepared for queue lines. Be prepared to wait. So maybe spend a couple of days at the parks, because you'll probably spend a whole day just queuing and trying to get on and get through Wizard of Oz. as everyone else will be keen to have a look at. Just keep that in mind. If you only got one day, you might want to try and book those fast passes, or what's it called? Fast track. Because they're not cheap, but if you're time poor and limited for time, it might be the only option, so that you see everything there. Jeff, based on the progress, do you think Wizard of Oz will be open before Rivertown? Again, I don't see the whole entire, inside there, and I don't know if there's any technical issues or anything, but based on what I can see and guess, then I'd have to say that's potentially ready to open before Rivertown. But then again, they're working round the clock on Rivertown as well. But I'd probably say you'd be right. Wizard of Oz looks really good. Absolutely. Sure does. Brandon's saying to Michael, who's just been to Disneyland Paris today, I think it was, he went back in August, but unfortunately with a 2-year-old, so much that you could do. There's only so much you can do with a 2-year-old. That's a tough age to take a kid to a big park like Disneyland. Years ago when I went, daughter was 6, and good age, a really good age. Younger than that, it would be tough. I could definitely see that would be tough. Rix is off to Australia Zoo on the 4th of January to do animal adventures with a Komodo dragon. Wow, that's pretty cool. That sounds exciting. Something very different. Well, take care, be safe, but enjoy. I saw your video on YouTube. I watched it. Seemed pretty interesting. Plus, you keep us up to date with all the information of the theme park. So thanks for that. Thanks, Pauline. Look, I try my best, and that's all I try and do with this channel. We try and make it engaging, interesting, fun, but informative as well. If you're heading to the parks and that kind of thing, I do like to try and explain what's happening and just show, where the park is at, what stages they're at, that kind of thing. If I can give you some advice and tips, I try and do that as well. If you're heading out to the parks, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. Happy to, if you've got questions, I'll try my best to answer. Some questions are best answered by the parks, of course. But if I can tell you something based on my experience or what I know about the parks, then happy to answer the question. Caleb says Wizard of Oz is running empty cycles today. Okay, cool. Very promising. It will be opening soon. Yeah, if they're running empties now, so they've done the water dummies, so they've done all that side of it. Very soon, then we'll probably start to see a couple of maintenance guys on there for the first rides. That's typically always what we see. We see the maintenance guys riding it. Once they're on it, that you're testing fine with people. Then you'll see staff on it. Then you'll see a soft opening probably, and then the official opening. So, yep, you'd be right. Very close. Very close. Have I ever done slingshot on surfers? No, I have not. I have featured it on a video of my Surfers Paradise video, the one that featured 35 attractions in Surfers Paradise. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Something like that would probably make me black out, and I got low kind of blood pressure, so that would definitely make me black out. So it's not on my list to do at all. Some roller coasters make me feel a little bit, depending on the G-force, sometimes make me feel like, oh, geez, I could just about pass out here. So I haven't yet, but I think that would be the one. How many pops have I got? I haven't counted them, so I'm not sure. They're like 3 deep, and there's not even all of them. So, there's more here. So, and there's more up there. So I don't know. And there's some in other parts of the house too. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not all mine. They're our family. As a family, we love pop vinyls. So everyone's collection. I'm glad Movie World is not getting rid of Scooby and Wild West. It's a shame they demolished Looney Tunes. River Ride sure is. And Bermuda Triangle at SeaWorld. Absolutely. Yep, they were the best rides. The best. And for their time, too, they were well and truly advanced. Or Disney, Americans, Dark Ride Standard. Absolutely. Back in those days. That's what they need to bring back. 100%. Tricky saying, you'll never unsubscribe from my channel. The content is great, especially as a local. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that very much for sticking with Jaggs Journeys. I appreciate it. Bodie's saying, I'm crushing it. Oh, thanks, Bodie. Mate, your content's good too, man. I'm watching your stuff. But yeah, look, we could always do better. And in fact, some people ask me, how do you get started? And I'm just like, you just have to think of your idea. Like what content do you want to do? But how do you want to do it? And do it your way. Do it your style. Have your own identity. That's important. But then just start. Just do it. I mean, my very first video is still on this channel. Right at the bottom of 600 and something videos. It was just a car show. I didn't have my brand. Didn't have my glasses on. And the reason for the glasses is because I use a phone. The lens is to the side. So when you don't have your glasses, you're always looking to the side. You're always looking to the side because you're looking at the center of the screen, but it's not at the lens. So you're always looking away. But with Sunnies, you're always looking straight, right? So, but then of course that's become the character Jaggs Journeys, right? So that's why I have this on the whole time, because you think of Jaggs Journeys, that's what you think, right? But anyway, yeah. First video was really bad, rubbish, really, really bad. And then the first probably 100 were quite the same. So, I mean, sometimes I can remember filming, I think it was my first Fright Nights I was filming at. I filmed the whole thing in vertical. And of course, only do that if it's going to be for social media or shorts. So, you make mistakes. You learn along the way. Some of the early software or programs or apps I was using were just terrible, but you don't know. You don't know. As you go through along, you learn stuff, and you actually, you start researching stuff, and there's a lot of information out there about YouTube and how to do things and how to, where to target. And there's a lot of analytics involved as well. So taking the time to read the analytics and actually understand them, and then how you can tweak and change a few things around what they're suggesting. So there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on to it. And even just, if you think about what I do, I don't just do YouTube. So you've got some people out there are just YouTubers. Other people out there are just TikTokers. Other people out there just do Instagram. And that's their one thing. What have I decided to do? Predominantly YouTube. But of course, I'm then putting everything on Instagram. And I'm also putting some things on TikTok. And then I'm putting everything on Facebook and on Threads as well. So I'm on all platforms, and it becomes very time consuming to keep that all going as well. So there's a lot of work I do at night. We schedule the content to drop during the week days. So I'm working full time, but content's dropping because it's scheduled. So, there's a lot goes into it for sure. And you learn a lot on the way. And you get better at your style. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I look at some of the stuff or how I come across sometimes, and I go, oh, geez, I could be doing so much better than this. But I mean, as long as people are still subscribing and enjoying the videos and getting some value out of the videos, I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the kind words and people that appreciate the work that goes in. I might have had, one person target me for some unknown reason a year or so ago, but we found that person. And it's just I don't understand it, because we're just trying to do something positive here. That's all. It's a hobby, and I'm just trying to get the positiveness of what I'm doing out there. I don't worry about what other people are doing. Honestly, everyone has their thing, their style, and I wish everyone the best success in what they do as well. So, this person was telling me to shut my channel down, and they're threatening me and stuff like that. Like what? Like for what? Like I just had no reason why that would be a target. Anyway, out of all the people, it's very small amount, and that was really it wasn't nice, but yeah, the person knows we know who they are now, so that's for the time being it's stopped. So anyway, I enjoy putting positive things out there and positive videos, informative videos. It's my hobby. It's what I enjoy doing, and I'm glad you guys are still enjoying it too. Appreciate everyone's support. Hopefully we can grow this channel a lot faster. Yeah, obviously if we get to crazy subscriber limits, then it will definitely open up other avenues for filming content as well. And Rick's is saying that you won't unsubscribe either. Thank you. I appreciate that too. JLC Film Productions. Glad that Movie World is going back to the classics with Oz. It's good, actually, isn't it? And I think it's good they have chosen a timeless classic like The Wizard of Oz, because even kids these days, they've seen that movie. Most people, parents, will show their children that movie. It's a great movie to watch. It's on TV as well, at time to time. So it is a timeless classic. And I think there was a Wizard of Oz theme park in I think it was North Carolina. I think it was open in the 70s. Or I think it was around that time. And then I think it closed and maybe got reopened again, but wasn't quite what we were going to see here. So I don't think that. I think if anyone had been to that and still around, they need to come to this one and go, wow, this is going to be unreal. So yeah, be interesting. But it's definitely good that they've done a timeless classic. Let's see. I'm going to is it Tisman? I'm going to White Christmas next Thursday. You will enjoy that. It is a great night. I had fun when we went the other night. What will you do after Rivertown and Wizard of Ozland and the American content? Nothing really, probably. No, I'm just joking. There's always, so I have a big list of stuff. There will always be weekly videos. Put it that way. So, the more we can grow this channel, more opportunities. But I got heaps of stuff planned. Heaps of stuff. And to be honest, all this stuff that you just mentioned, that's been, I mean, it's all great stuff, but it's been hindering me from doing the other stuff that I've got planned. Like, actually, I'm putting things on the back burner that I've been wanting to do for the channel because of all this other stuff going on that you got to kind of keep up with, because it's timely, right? It's present. It's happening now. And it's like when Halloween happens, you got to film and release those videos at the time. I can't release my Halloween videos in January. People are going to go, not interested in Halloween. It's January. We've had Christmas since then. So you got to do things at the time, no matter what. And that's what kind of keeps then deferring me from these other projects, other things I got going on, or want to do. So plenty going on. So Jackson, don't you worry, there'll be plenty there. GC Party Buses is going to sponsor me for water. Yeah, I've changed up. No more of that black stuff. That black liquid I was drinking. Just water. So mate, cheers. That'd be cool. And what else we got here? Family Odyssey 22. Thanks for the answer. No worries. Sorry it was so long. I can tell you now that myself and I'm sure the other VIPs can agree that we appreciate everything you do to keep us informed of what's going on around the parks. Hey, thanks so much for that. Well, that's the aim. So I really appreciate the comments for sure. Yeah, it is a lot of work and it is a lot of dedication and time. Again, it's a passion of mine, though. I love theme parks. By the way, give you some background, I suppose. So I was interviewed for a podcast. I was a guest on a podcast that we recorded on Monday night this week. Check out. It's not up yet on his podcast, but it's Dane's Theme Park Life. Right. So I've done some work with him. He was, I think, not this year, the year before. He was in my Fright Nights video as well. One of the guys we're hanging out with also. So he's got his it's Instagram. Sorry, not YouTube. Instagram. But he'll have his podcast on Spotify and probably other streaming platforms. Excuse me. And I think the episode with me. So you might have heard his one with Greg Yong, CEO of Dreamworld. If you haven't, check that. That's a really that's a really good interview that he did. And then I think I know he might have someone else to do or release before my one, but I do go in a bit of detail about, he's really good question, asked a lot of good questions about, how do I get into theme parks, all that kind of thing. So definitely check that out and listen to that one when it comes out. And get a bit more background about my love of theme parks, but it is a passion and something I want to continue to always do. And I got so many ideas and stuff. I'm just, I guess time is, when you're time poor, you're limited to what you can do. And when there's timely events that you got to do, that hinders you from doing all those other things as well. But end of the day, at least if I got lots of stuff going, lots of stuff planned, ideas and for videos, then and obviously I want to do other overseas content too. So definitely lots planned. Am I open to donations outside coffee purchases? Look, I've been actually thinking about setting up something else as well. I mean, look, I also support other channels as well. Because if people are doing a good job and you want to see more of it and you want to help them do more. If you enjoy watching the content, then obviously, I'm certainly open to it. And if someone's wanting to, sponsors say, let's just say this is a long shot here, but let's just say like a trip or something. Well, then if they're a business, for example, then I'd be obviously more than happy to, promote their business to all the viewers and subscribers for their product or service or whatever it might be, obviously in return. But I haven't been that fortunate, but that's the kind of thing you'd do as a reciprocal, right? So, but with Buy Me a Coffees, that's why with that, anytime someone buys me or donates the money through the app there, I write them a personal message through the app, so they receive a message back straight away from me, or as soon as I see it, essentially. And then also, I do the shout out on the video with the names on the screen. I just think that's another nice touch as well. And you know what? I get a lot of people posting me videos of them watching me on TV, giving them the shout out. So they think it's really cool. And I just had another one on the weekend. So, and I appreciate that as well. That people get a buzz out of that, seeing their name on the screen. Like sometimes through that app, it just comes up, someone bought you a coffee. So I have to ask them, what was your name? Like, unless you don't want your name known, but so I need to know, the name, who you want the shout out. If you've got a birthday wish coming up, just do it through the Buy Me a Coffee thing. There's no, I don't put a fee on for birthdays that's this much and shout outs that's this much. I don't do that. Look, I think the minimum you can put on there is $5. And I get like $4.20 of that. So if it's a birthday shout out, just do it through there, and I put the birthday on there, and happy to do all that kind of stuff and add that in the videos as well. I'd rather do those sorts of things. In my earlier videos, I was getting a lot of people in parks saying, "Can I be in your video on it now?" And so initially I was sort of allowing that and that, but then I get other people saying, "Oh, well, how do we get on there? We want to do this," and it started becoming a bit much, and then when I was watching the videos back, I just think it's not something I probably want to do unless I'm collaborating with another like content creator or something like that. Now and then I have someone on the video who I bump into, content creator, whatever it might be. But yeah, other than that, we just pretty much stick to that. So anyway, appreciate any kind of support for the channel, and it definitely does help the channel. Again, that money doesn't just go to coffee; it goes aside, and it helps fund like my theme park tickets, because you get a little bit of money from YouTube, but again, it's not a lot. So when I need to upgrade equipment, cameras, holders, theme park tickets, microphones, or anything else, all costs money. It costs money to go to these places, pay for tickets. Fright nights alone, and I went twice. The entry ticket, the fast tracks, the VIP thing, that night was like a $500 night. Now, if I didn't have YouTube, I probably wouldn't have been able to do all of that. Like, that's just reality. Not everyone can. So, very fortunate and thankful. But then that's what drives my content. So you kind of need that to be able to produce stuff. Then to say to people, hey, well, okay, well, it's expensive, but you know what? Geez, you get a lot. It's good value. It's a once in a lifetime thing, or it's a one-off experience that maybe we should do it, or maybe it's a special occasion. And that's the aim of the video too, is if people can see that and go, hey, I get a lot out of the video because it makes me decide, should I do it? Because a lot of people are like, well, should we do that? It's a lot of money. We don't know. But if they see, that's probably why I usually try to get things on the first night, not to be first. It's so that, okay, the video comes out, it's night one. You've still got another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is, of the event. Gives you enough time to make a decision, and also then to book a night that suits before they all sell out. That's my thought process behind that. So, and if it helps, like, I don't get commission from the parks or paid by the parks or anything from the parks, actually, but I mean, I do it because I'm passionate about the parks and the Gold Coast and everything as well, and just theme park industry. And if I can help them, bring people through the gates, it keeps the locals who work there employed, keeps the parks open, keeps me able to do YouTube for that content, because I need to go there. So, and got to keep the gates open. So, circle of life, I guess, circle of life. But anyway, that's the thought process behind that. Breadsticks, hey buddy, thanks for jumping on. Akamaka, didn't know you were going to be live. No worries. Every second Wednesday. So usually 7:30 p.m. I did put it this morning, 8 p.m. I think I jumped on a bit earlier. Just busy time of year at work, so a little bit later coming home. But just to let you know too, whilst it is every second Wednesday, if you count forward to this next second Wednesday, it's Christmas Day on the Wednesday, the 25th of December. It's only in 2 weeks, guys. Anyway, I won't be doing a live that night. It's Christmas Day. You guys need to be with your family or your friends or whoever you share Christmas Day with, or you might be working, whatever it might be. I'll put a little Christmas message out there, of course, but I mean, we won't be doing a live. I'll be busy with family things going on, as well, as I'm sure you all will be as well. So the next live stream, given the fact that then it's every 2 weeks, because I do podcast on the other Wednesday, so I do podcast, then I do live stream, then I do podcast, live stream. That's how I work on the Wednesdays. So it'll be the 8th of January will be the next live session like this. All right. So it'll be after Christmas and New Year's, just to give you the heads up. So mark that down in your calendar. But I'll send out obviously something on Instagram. All right. So cool. So Akamak is saying he got the job at Dreamworld and started this week. Congratulations. You did say you were going for that. I'm very, very happy you got that job. Make sure when you see me, if you can, I know if you're working, you can't necessarily always, stop what you're doing. But if you do have a chance to see me, say hi, introduce yourself. It'd be good to say g'day because I appreciate you supporting the channel. And I'm very happy you got a job at Dreamworld. So congratulations and well done. I hope you enjoy working at Dreamworld. I'm sure you will. That's awesome news. Great news. Bodie, I wish Dreamworld would turn the island into something like Tom Sawyer's. Yeah, look, as I said before, it's not a protected island or anything. It is a man-made island. They can cut all those trees down and put anything there. I'm sure they won't want to cut all the trees down, but they probably want to do something with it in the future for sure. It'd be cool, to have maybe like bridges, like those rope bridges you could walk out over there, or do something cool like that, and then do something on the island. Yeah, that'd be so cool, right? You never know. You never know. Ryan's saying he wants to buy Jaggs Journeys cap when I'm there on the 18th of January. Mate, yeah. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. I can do that. We can do that. That's no problem at all. You'll have to remind me again, at least a day or so before that, please, because I get busy and then I don't want to forget. So, yeah, that's cool. There will be a meet and greet. I've been asked for this. I'm just finalizing the date at the moment and the venue. All right, so it'll happen. Probably, realistically, won't be before Christmas. Just too much going on with everyone, I think. Anyway, so the most likely, and it's not penciled in yet, or it's not locked in. You'll probably be looking at. Let me just think. Maybe like the second week of January, something like that. So, anyway, it's been on the agenda for several months. In fact, probably over 6 months. And I've got plans of how it's gonna go. And but as soon as I lock it in, I'll be putting it out, and you'll all know. So you may be on holidays up here from somewhere else at the time, which would be cool. Then if you can come along, if not, I can't keep everyone happy at the same time to be, in the one place where everyone can get to at once. But yeah. So anyway, I'll speak more of that later on. So. Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate your support always too. I hope they retheme Motor Coaster to Rivertown style with heaps of theming, and maybe have the trains like old school motorbike and sidecar Indiana Jones style. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely awesome. Hopefully in the future. Look, I know that they're looking at it, all right. So, but I also know that it's not high on their agenda right now. It doesn't need to be currently. So, but I know that they're looking at it. So, I guess yes, that what you're saying is definitely something that would be cool to see in there. I agree, definitely. Can't wait for maybe White Christmas. I'm going to buy the Wizard of Oz dog plushie. Sorry, Wizard of Oz dog plushie. Going to change his name Flyers. Sorry, I'm not sure. I can't quite make out your comment. Sorry. Can't wait for maybe White Christmas. I'm gonna buy the Wizard of Oz dog plushie. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I misread your statement there. So yeah, the Wizard of Oz dog plushie. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's very cute. It's yeah, like Toto the dog. It's pretty cool. What, you're going to change his name to Flyers? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. Cool. Sorry, I just sometimes I gotta read your question a few times before I understand it. So apologies for that. That sounds cool. What's my favorite ride in movie world? Wild West Falls. Well, at the moment it's Wild West Falls, followed by probably Scooby. You never know. It might end up being Kansas Twister. You never know. Can't believe Rivertown is almost complete. It absolutely is very nearly complete. Does the parks pay to promote the attractions? Never. No, they do not. Don't get anything from any park at all. Rix is off. Thank you, Rix. Thanks for jumping on tonight. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome week. And you say Wizard of Oz is on Stan. That's awesome. Don't forget Wicked. That's right. Awesome movie. I haven't seen it, but I know people that have, and they've said it's absolutely amazing. Thanks for helping me show me how to use the app for the theme parks, especially for the maintenance schedule. Always checking every time I go there. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking. 100%. Always your own worst critic. You are great. Thank you for that. Well, that's right. I mean, it could always be better, right? It could always be better. Wizard of Oz takes me back to my childhood. Yeah, definitely. It does, doesn't it? The Grammys movie world used to scare me. I think you mean the Gremlins. That movie world used to scare you a lot, but not Gizmo. Yeah, the evil ones. Yeah, they're pretty scary, all right? Definitely. What else we got there? David Pierce is saying hi. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Kira is saying hi as well. What is your favorite? Oh, we read that one out. That's cool. It is good if you're a pass holder, except for Fright Nights. All the other events are included. That's correct, Pauline. Yes, it's good to get all those other events included with the annual passes. But yes, the Fright Nights you got to pay a fair bit for, unfortunately. So, but never mind. Your favorite ride is Justice League. Yeah, it's a great theme ride. That one. It's definitely highly themed, and it's got some it's some great sets in there. I enjoy that part of it. I still think it could be a bit better, but I mean, depends what version we paid for here in Australia versus the American ones. Your support worker is Curtis is a friend of one of the managers at Movie World. That's awesome. A Jurassic Park ride at Dreamworld would be cool. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't be able to use Jurassic Park because it's Universal. Well, they could if they paid for that. I'm sure they wouldn't want to do that necessarily, but something similar would be really cool. Jason, thanks for jumping on. Scooby-Doo, we're thinking mid-year next year, June, July school holidays. Could be wrong. No, nothing's been announced. That's what we're kind of thinking. So we'll have to wait and see. Let me see. Did you see at Movie World the construction has started on the old restaurant at the front of the park? I haven't seen that yet, but I do. Well, it wasn't started on the weekend when I was there on Sunday night, but if they've started now, yeah. So that will definitely be turned into another restaurant. So I think I mentioned that a couple of months ago in a video. And and look, that's really exciting because originally that was Stars Restaurant. So you'd go, and even before the park opened, breakfast with the stars. So you'd have Elvis, like impersonators. You have Elvis Presley. Like I'm talking the old school stars. Marilyn Monroe would be in there, Buddy Holly. But they'd be entertaining you in there while you're having your breakfast, and then some characters would come in. It was pretty cool. And then I think it was also open for lunch as well. Really, really cool back in the day. But now they're going to do something really cool with this. Obviously, it's confidential what they're doing currently. But yes, we do know it's going to be changing to a food outlet. And let me tell you, it's going to be exciting. So, yeah, look, it's great. There's lots of things happening, and it's exciting to see. And it's great that if they started it, then that's great, because I'm surprised actually that they would start something now right when peak season's about to start, in terms of having any kind of construction happening around the park. But unless you're doing just internal first and then external later, which probably would mean that the building size wouldn't be changing. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, exciting, definitely exciting. Again, something new, which we love. Dreamworld needs another water ride. Yeah, look, hopefully we will see another water ride there in the future. I know that they would love to put something else in there as well. Straws, my friend, thank you so much again for being so kind and generous. I really appreciate it. Thank you for jumping onto the live. Hope you had an awesome night at work, or day and night, no doubt, or evening. Thank you so much, mate. Going well. Been chatting about all the exciting things that is happening around the parks, future plans, that kind of thing as well. So definitely lots going on, and very exciting times indeed for all the parks. In fact, everyone's really excited for Rivertown. Really excited for annual pass holder night event at Dreamworld on the 18th of January for $10 entry. That's pretty cool. First chance to see Rivertown lit up, and the lighting package they've got through there is incredible from what I hear. So that's going to be really exciting to see that as well. And of course, yeah, the opening dates for both these lands, nothing's been announced yet, but they're both absolutely very close, within a matter of weeks, if not days, probably weeks, but we're really close. Very exciting. But thank you again for definitely supporting the channel, as always. Always appreciated. Make sure you come say hi if you see me over the holidays. If you're at the parks, you get a chance to. You're probably working most of the time, like I am too, actually. But if you see me, mate, make sure you stop and say good day again. That'd be cool to catch up. But yeah, always appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Kira's saying she was on the DC and saw the 2 Wizard of Oz rides working. Yep, they've been testing away, which is awesome. I was sitting at number 10, was looking back. Pretty cool. Vintage cars. When do vintage cars open? So the new Murrissippi Motors will be opening when Rivertown opens. No set date yet, but within a matter of weeks. Definitely. Kira's going to White Christmas on Friday night. What do you recommend to do? Depends what you like. So you're there all the time. I wouldn't worry about the rides so much, unless that's really important to you. Night rides, I get it. They're cool. But as far as the actual Christmas event, you're going there to see something different. So what is different is all the pop-up shows that they have. So they have like 6 different pop-up shows starting at 5:30, pretty much going right through the night. 6:05, 6:15, 6:25, 6:50, 7:15, and then the 5:30 one's repeated again at 7:25, and then there's an 8 o'clock parade. That's a lot alone, right? Just there. That's a lot. Plus, you could meet Santa, the fairies as well down the kids area. There's character meet and greets around the park. There's things you can do like for extra cost as well. If you want to decorate gingerbread snowman or build a bauble or decorate a bauble, I should say. If you want to find Frosty's missing buttons to win a prize, you can do that as well. There's extra things you can do. So it really depends what you want to do. I would just recommend having a look at the schedule, having a look at what's available on the night, and then just make yourself a little bit of a plan. Because if you've got a little bit of a plan on a bit of paper or on your phone, you stick to that, you'll get the things done that you want to get done. And that's really important. You want to get the things done that you want to get done and not miss anything that you want to see. And that's the best way to do it. So the vintage cars were going to be electric. That was from the start. They've since changed that now and understand that, excuse me, from a guest experience perspective, having the petrol motors with that sound and smell, I guess, but that sound of those petrol, that's the best experience for that ride. So that's what we're going to get. So they've changed their mind back to the old school style. So that's pretty cool. No more electric. Max is saying, love your vintage Jaggs. Thank you very much for that. Always come in with the best updates. I thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm sure there's plenty of people doing updates out there, but I appreciate your comments. Thank you for that. Is Scooby a full retrack? No, it's not a full retrack. The actual operating system is a complete, like basically the control booth or the computer, the operating system, that's changed. All the trains, carriages are changed, new. There'll be a test seat out the front. There is a slight change to maybe part of the track, but essentially they're not going to change that ride in its entirety. They're doing, I guess what we'll see potentially is more of how it was the first version, which I think was the best version, before it got changed to the next generation. And just with those tweaks, I think they're getting rid of that last, that last part where the you look at the light and it looks like you're going to go into the light, then it suddenly drops. Well, I call that the tailbone breaker because it just about smashes your tailbone to pieces. It's like the drop is too steep and fast for the car. It's like it just drops and smashes. Like I can't stand that. So I think they're getting rid of that. I'd be happy if that's all they did. So, other than that, yeah, like everything else, like I said, I think that's the main thing is the operating system. It's a multi-million-dollar upgrade because they need to modernize that a lot. And with the new carriages, they're going to look the same. Of course, you can't take that away from that ride. That's iconic, but they'll be upgraded, slightly different. Seating, well, harnesses will be different. There'll be a test seat out the front, so it's going to be different from that respect, which is cool. Dane, he's just chiming in on that about the cars. So that's all cool. And as I mentioned earlier on this live, Dane's Theme Park Life has an awesome interview with Greg Young, the CEO, on his podcast channel. Check that one out on Spotify. He's probably on all other major streaming platforms as well. Dane's Theme Park Life. I'm also featuring on there probably in a week or two, maybe, as well, as I mentioned. Pauline on the front of DC is wicked. Being at the front of the DC ride is wicked. Yeah, you're saying just as you come over the crest, that's exactly right. That is pretty breathtaking, right? Being at the front, got to agree. But when you're at the back, it's like you just get like pulled down over that. Like it's quite a different experience. I always say to people, ride them like once at the front, ride in the middle, and ride at the back. You'll get 3 different ride experiences every time, and work out what your favorite one is. I like also riding in the middle at times because to me, when you ride the middle, you get just a nice ride, but the front here is very different from the back. Back, you get the air time and all that. The middle, you get like, to me, just a nice ride. You know what I mean? Like yeah, you know what I mean. So I always like to try and ride in different locations. Is there a new Scooby ride coming? No, it's just a multi-million-dollar upgrade to the current one. Breadsticks. I was at Movie World the other day, and sadly they closed early due to an influencer. I show speed, yeah. They closed early, did they? Because of him, man. Couldn't even go into the bathrooms because his security was blocking. It was disgraceful how they handled it. It was like chaos, wasn't it? I mean, even when he went to Surface Paradise, it just become chaos, and he shut the whole, because what happens is he live streams where he's at and the whole time, right? So everyone's going to go there, and that's the thing. If he didn't live stream it, he would have just gone in and rode some, rides, whatever, and that's it. Like I was saying before, he's not a theme park vlogger. I mean, he's a very big, like he has millions of subscribers, so he has lots of followers and subscribers. Sure, Movie Bill's going to get some kind of exposure from that, but when they let these guys film on all the rides, and they're not a theme park enthusiast or vlogger, yet people like myself and others that are at the parks all the time, supporting the parks positively all the time, free advertising on our channels and social media all the time, and we very rarely get an opportunity to do anything extra, like filming on a ride. And 99% of us have the proper gear, like the GoPro with the harness, the chest harness. The GoPro doesn't come off; it's screwed into the harness, and the harness is clipped in several points on your body. There's no way of it coming out. So I'd like to hope to think that with these new openings, that they would allow the content creators, at least. Obviously, they'll have to check our equipment. That's understandable, but it'd be great if they would say, "Hey, content creators, obviously, if you've got a legitimate channel and you're doing legitimate content, then we should all be allowed to have that opportunity." I feel, but I don't make the decisions. But and I know a lot of it is safety, but it kind of annoys me when you see these massive. And I get it; they got massive exposure, right? Massive millions and millions of followers. I get it, I understand it, but when that's not their thing, their main content, if they get allowed to just do it all, like that, kind of it disappoints. Anyway, that's my point of view. I mean, I appreciate everything the parks do for us, which from time to time. But I mean, that would be something that would be cool if we could get. Anyway, thanks, Bodie. I appreciate it. That'd be awesome if you could send some stuff, mate. I appreciate that. Danes, thanks for the shout out. No dramas at all, my friend. Love the lives. Thank you. Do you think Jungle Rush will be part of the 5 Ride Express for the Dreamworld Pass holder after dark event? Do you think Jungle Rush will be part of the 5 Ride Express? I don't know if they'll even have. Well, do you reckon they'll have it that night? I suppose they'd have to. It would make sense to. I mean, like Greg said in your interview, they can make that ride a short version if they need to get more throughput. Maybe it's something like that. But who knows? If so, well then it'd be good to get that for sure. More money, but anyway. Ashley, hey, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on tonight. Breadsticks, they need to look after local like-minded creators. Absolutely agree. Ashley, what a great idea for the Wizard of Oz 4D experience. Yeah, I was surprised to see that actually. But hey, it makes sense, ties in, and it's actually, I can't wait to see that. To be honest, I think a lot of people will really be keen to watch that too. So good choice from Movie World's perspective. How was that big storm Sunday night? You're a bit worried because I want you to be safe at theme parks. It was the storm was fine. It passed over. It wasn't actually that bad. So yeah, but thank you. I appreciate your concerns. No, it was they shut the outdoor rides for a while, being the 10-kilometer radius of lightning and that kind of thing. So it wasn't that bad at all, actually, in the end. So yeah, but appreciate it. Actually, you've seen the 40 experience of the Oz. It looks good. Of the clip, the trailer of the Wizard of Oz. Well, that looks cool. That's cool. Yeah, look, I mean, yeah, can't wait to see it. Actually, it's going to be cool. When's my Christmas video coming out? Christmas. Like I was saying, you may not have been on before, but so I was there on Sunday night, right? So Sunday night, I missed out on on the opening night. I just got busy and forgot to book the ticket, and then it was sold out. Saturday's my filming day. I edit Sundays, and if I had gone Saturday night, it would have come out Sunday night. Job done. But anyway, got home late Sunday after the event. I get up at like 5:30 in the morning, so no time to edit. I actually did a little tiny bit of editing that night. This videos take me like 5 hours, maybe sometimes 6 to 7 hours, depending on how much I filmed, right? So, but anyway, yeah. So Monday night, then I was on a podcast with Dane. So I had probably an hour after that, and then no time last night, just other commitments going on, and then tonight we're on here, so no time. So that means tomorrow's Thursday, and the video's probably a quarter done, so maybe nearly half done. So and I get up 5:30 every morning. I've got limited time, so I'm trying hard to get that out. So in the meantime, I've been posting a few photos for you guys. It will be out soon, so apologies, but I'm doing my best. It will be out soon, so I know you're itching to see it, and it is going to be out soon. Sometimes life gets in the way. You just got to do other things, and time is valuable and limited. So yeah, I'll do my best for you guys. I'll get it out as soon as I can. I just can't tell you when, because it just depends. Are debit cards not accepted for donations in the Buy Me a Coffee website? I think it's only credit card, or again, I haven't bought myself a coffee, so I'm actually not sure. Not sure. I should buy myself a coffee. But yeah, I'd say probably not. I'd say it's probably maybe credit or bank transfer. I think it's Stripe, maybe. Yeah, I can't really remember when it was set up so long ago, but yeah, if you've tried a debit card, then it didn't work, then maybe only credit, or maybe bank transfer. No, maybe not even that. It's probably only credit, I think. Kira's saying you really inspire me. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I try to always remain positive, and again, I love, if I'm passionate about a hobby, like this is my hobby, and I've made it a public hobby by having it on YouTube. What I enjoy, take theme parks, attractions, events, and if you guys get a lot out of it, if you enjoy the content and you get some value out of it, you enjoy watching it and going to the theme parks, and you can use some of the information I provide, then that makes me happy. That's cool, you know. So yeah, well, I'm glad you get something out of that too. You're the only YouTuber that I love watching. Okay. Well, thank you. I mean, there's plenty of others out there as well, of course, that probably do 300 times a better job than me. But I appreciate your comments, and I appreciate you subscribing, and also I think you've also sent in some content as well from time to time. So always appreciated as well. So thank you very much indeed. Jason was at Dreamworld today, and Rivertown looks awesome. Jungle Rush was testing. Mate, that's awesome. Yeah, they've been testing a lot, which is cool. Off to White Christmas Saturday. Can't wait to see the new floats. Yeah, mate, I'm not sure if there's new floats. To be honest, I couldn't put my finger on it. If there was, I'd have to compare my last year's video to this one. But I don't. I could be wrong, but I don't think it was a new float. I don't think there was. I could be wrong. When you see release video, get excited. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ashley is saying I was on the opening night of White Christmas on Saturday night, just gone. Love White Christmas parade and the whole song of Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, isn't it? When as soon as that parade's finished, Mariah comes out. That song, and that's the finishing song for White Christmas. And look, everyone goes, "Oh God, that song." But you know what? That's to me, that's Christmas. When you hear that song, that's Christmas. I like that song, and I'm not really sick of that song. I know if you work in retail and you probably hear it playing over and over, you probably are sick of it right now. But look, when they play that song at Movie World after the parade, it makes people happy. You see families dancing. Honestly, you see that everyone's happy. It's snowing. You know, that Snope that they put out. You just see that, and look, you know, that's one of the biggest things, and I think that's for Movie World. If you know, and I know, like I actually know the entertainment director there as well, and he's massively passionate about the guest experience and what memories they're creating for the guests. And he often he does photography as well, and posts a lot of stuff on his Instagram. And he often captures those moments. I love seeing that because that's exactly what it is. It's how you've made the guests feel and the family. So I keep telling the people these nights are worth going because look at everything going on in the world right now. Does it feel like Christmas? Do you feel happy and Christmassy and joyful with everything going on in the world? My answer is not really. But when you go to this event, they do it so well. Like I love the White Christmas events that Movie World puts on. They do an awesome job, and you feel the magic of Christmas. They make it happen. And when you see, and then that song comes on at the end after the parade, and you see the joy on people's faces, you see families dancing, and it's like isn't that amazing? Like that's Christmas, that's happiness, that's joy, and I love that. It's great. So you know they do a good job of it, and that's what I love to see. And then I think they know they've done a great job if that's the outcome. You know, I mean, look, that night too was really humid. It stormed as well, so it must have been 99% humidity, 100%, and it was 30 something degrees, and there's a lot of people in there. So you know, when people are very hot, humid, and sweaty, and a lot of people around and queues, people get a bit annoyed sometimes, right? People, if they're hungry, they get hangry and all that kind of thing, right? So I had someone actually get a bit angry with me. And it was funny because, like, with the shows, they're all at Main Street on the stage. And for the first one, everyone starts just to sit down on the curbs or on the grass area in the plaza, like there's going to be a street parade. And I was thinking, well, they must be getting their spot now for the 8 o'clock parade at 5:30, which is crazy, but you often need to. Sometimes it's that busy. Anyway, so I'm up by the stage. There's a massive gap between, you know, the plaza and the front of the stage, and there's a ropes and stuff. I'm right by the rope because I'm filming, so I want to get the best view. And it started, and I hear this person saying, "Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me," and I didn't take a notice at first. I'm thinking, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's not me, but it was me because they were still sitting down, and I was like, you know, I don't know, 2-3 meters in front of them, standing up. Everyone else is standing, and they're getting angry at me because I was blocking their view. And I just said, "Look, I'm sorry, but you can stand up." And in fact, there was room right next to me at the very front, and I just pointed to that and said, "Come and sit here, stand here. Like you'll see everything. Like you know, I'm not trying to block anyone." And it was like they were getting angry, and I'm like, "We don't need to get angry. It's Christmas. Like the Looney Tunes are on stage, dressed in Santa costumes, singing lovely songs. Like you know, so you know, I get it, but." I mean, I wasn't nasty to the person or anything. I was just like, I'm sorry, but I'm not in blocking of anything. You can stand up or sit down over here. Anyway, generally speaking, everyone, I didn't see anything else that night. Everyone seemed to be really happy, having a great time, and me included. So, yeah, it was cool. Definitely worth visiting. Okay, sorry. Go back to some comments here. All right. Do you think you'll get invited to a sneak peek? Excuse me, to Rivertown and Wizard of Oz? Well, I mean, if they would like to invite me, that would be amazing. Unless I'm working, obviously, it's not going to happen. But I mean, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. I bought a Dreamworld After Dark ticket and the 5 Ride Express. So exciting! Awesome. Well, I've got to get my ticket for that. If the Wizard of Oz opens on Friday the 13th, I will do a live for you and Riley. Oh, thank you for that. Always appreciated. What are the new floats at Movie World? I couldn't tell you. I don't think there's a new float. I could be wrong. Maybe there's one. I'm not sure unless I watched. I need to watch last year's video and this year's one, and then see what's different. Although they did say this year's was the biggest and best parade ever, so I'm not sure how, like, what has been added. Excuse me, it just looked very similar. That was all. So, yeah. You and Adrian need to do a Q&A on here on Wednesday nights. I mean, that's what this is, pretty much a Q&A. We people ask lots of questions. I answer your questions. I'm not sure what Adrian does on Wednesday night. Sometimes he might be on watching this. If he's on, hopefully he says hi. So obviously he has his life, his family, his other hobbies and stuff he does as well. Plus, we're on the Theme Park Cartel podcast every other Wednesday as well. So, what theme park are you going to this weekend? Probably Dreamworld. I think because Dreamworld will be the most significant change visually that we'll be able to see. Wizard of Oz, we're not really going to see anything different unless it's open. So I think that's, at the moment, in terms of seeing the most change and value for a video to be put out, I think it's going to have to be FU Dreamworld. I don't, unless something. Again, there's been people on here who regularly send me content, and I know they're visiting the park soon. Unless there's something significantly different at Movie World that's worth making a video for and sharing that as a video, then maybe I'll do it. But usually, if it's something they can take a photo of, if it's just one thing, then you'll just you'll see it on Instagram rather than a whole nother video. I'd rather do a decent video on the Rivertown if we can see a ton more change into there. But we'll see. Like come Saturday morning, that's when but definitely Dreamworld. I'll be getting that video done on probably Saturday morning. I've got to get it done as quick as possible. How much are the cups at Movie World that you fill up with your drinks? I actually can't remember. I'm thinking it might be around that $17 mark. Sorry, I haven't bought one in a long time. So there might be someone else on here who has been today or in the last couple of days who may be able to answer that question for you in regards to the souvenir refillable soft drink cups. I'm not 100% sure, sorry, but I'm sure someone on here would know. They could have an Australian like Kylie singing one of her Christmas songs instead of an American. Yeah, true. It would be. That's exactly right. Although, does she have iconic Christmas songs? I think if you're thinking iconic Christmas songs, Mariah would be the one. I understand what you're saying, though. Having an Aussie do it would be cool. Would be awesome. especially an icon like Kylie for sure. The Wizard of Oz. It's actually sorry. So I tell you, so the person who's Wicked and Wizard of Oz, Paw Patrol Bluey. I'm obviously a massive fan of that, which is awesome because it is cool. From the movie Wizard of Oz, do you know the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz is actually Flyero? No, I didn't know that. Do you know Wicked Witch is actually didn't die? She faked her death. So then her and Scarecrow. Sorry, just having a little bit of difficulty with you. Is that a question or just letting me know what's happening in the movie there? But yeah, I think that's right. I think she did actually fake her death in that movie. Correct. Absolutely right. You're the best YouTuber. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I see what you're saying. And the Toto, yeah, the Toto, and you're going to change the plush to Flyero. Very cool. Hey, Josh Rocks just came back from White Christmas. It was really good. Awesome, mate. Yeah, it definitely is a good event, isn't it? Absolutely agree with you there. Really good event indeed. Always, I get better. I better get going. Tricky, thank you for the stream content. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate that. Always appreciate the support. Carly, we had the same problem for Happy New Year's. Watching the fireworks one year, they threw small rocks at us because they were sitting down instead of standing like everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. Go figure. Kira, I'm going to move tomorrow. I'll check if there's any new stuff. Thank you, Kira. Appreciate that very much. I appreciate it. If you could send something through, that would be cool. Always appreciate it. Josh is saying, other than the 4D at Wizard of Oz, nothing much has changed at Movie World. That's cool. Kira, Movie World cups are $10 or $15, and the cups, if you think it's like to buy the whole cup and everything, it's $20. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you have a Movie World one, you can just fill it up yourself now. You don't have to go to the counters, which is really cool. That's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. All right. So I think we've been going 2 hours, and I think we will wrap up the live. So I think I'm pretty sure I covered off all your questions tonight. And if I have missed a question, apologies. Not intentional. Sometimes the text rolls so fast. So I try to capture it all. And yeah, again, always feel free to send me a message on Instagram. Always happy to answer. Thanks for your input, everyone, tonight as well. Love chatting to you guys. Appreciate you taking the time out of your week as well to jump on here and spend a bit of time on the live as well. So yeah, just want to say a big thanks to everyone. Once again, the White Christmas video will be out really soon. I'll actually end this now and start doing some more editing for maybe another couple of hours. So I'll try and get it done as soon as I can. And that'd be, yeah, it will be good to get it out as soon as possible. So, yes, thanks to everyone for jumping on tonight. And I hope everyone gets to do something fun this weekend at the theme parks or an attraction or an event. Or if you're planning a trip to the Gold Coast, theme parks, or any theme parks coming up, I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that. If you are on the Gold Coast over Christmas, you never know. You may see me at one of the theme parks on the weekends. Don't forget to ask the staff on the way in, how's Jaggs Journeys here today? You never know where I might just be. You never know. Anyway, guys, going to leave it there for now. Carly's watching the National Lampoon's Vacation. Love that movie, by the way. Awesome. I also love, in terms of Christmas movies, my two favorite. I do love National Lampoon's. Actually, that's probably my top three. Would be National Lampoon's. Would be Die Hard, the original Die Hard movie. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies because it was themed around the Christmas period. And Jingle All the Way. That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Turbo Man. That's when he becomes Turbo Man. Love that movie. Love that movie. Bad Santa's also another one I like. And of course, Elf. 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 Absolutely. Elf's up there for sure. So there's always some cool Christmas movies to watch. We've all seen them before, but it's always cool sitting there watching them again. Home Alone's another one. But anyway, whatever you end up doing, watching Christmas movies, going to theme parks, Christmas shopping, whatever it is, enjoy, stay safe. Thanks again, everyone, for jumping on and spending some time with me again. Don't forget, I won't be on the live stream in the fortnight. It's Christmas Day that day, so we're going to skip that one. So it'll be 2 weeks after that. So it'll be around about the 8th of January. Will be the next live here on YouTube. Unless I do a live stream at one of the parks between now and then, which is definitely a possibility. So we shall have to see. We shall have to see. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Good night to everyone. Thanks for joining me again, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.